What's up, world? It's time for another Boom Shaka Lager beer review, craft brew style. Check it out. Rocking out with Metal Madman Radio Show. I'm gonna do craft brew review, Boom Shaka Lager style. So, coming to you live and slightly recorded from Houston, Texas. What shall we find? Let's see. I already drank that one. Can't use that one. What shall we get from the magical fridge today? The magical icebox. What will it present for us to review? Whoop, whoop, whoop. The can is the star of the show. Yes, it is. Today is the can from Karbach Brewing here in Houston, Texas. Their seasonal limited production IPA hop bomb coming in at 9%. Got a IBU let's see, around 100, just over 100, and you got your Beer Advocate rating score. Gave them a 94, which is pretty good. Anything over 93 is really considered a pretty good beer. So it gets a 94 over there at Beer Advocate. First time I've had this. So I did have one earlier in my first take. And so as a practice run, I had a bad pour. And then, yeah, so anyway, we're going to try it again. So anyway, the beer is the star of the show. Not just the can or the artwork, because that is special. This one doesn't really say anything special on it. It's got this weird looking, like, little Shop of Horrors hop creature on it. And let me read this to you from their brewery. This is what the marketing folks came up with. Resinous, dark aromas fill the air. The sky is filled with yellowish green clouds that look like hop cones. Everything you touch leaves a resinous, sticky, and now even the people around you start to look like hop cones. Holy shit! They don't put that in there. I'm trying to like over dramatically act. Their faces begin to ooze of lupulin, which is something that's in hops. It's like the resin. There's a state of hop delusion you have succumbed to, but you knew that when you signed up, when you popped open this can. You knew that it had over 100 IBUs and was dry hopped with an insane amount of Simcoe and Mosaic hops. It's also got Amarillo and Magnum hops in it. 4 types of hops. But you chose to drink it anyway. It's difficult to say if you will ever snap out of it, for you have been smitten with the disorder that many can never overcome, especially those malt liquor drinkers who can't handle it. This is a 9% beer, not double, high gravity, straight up hop bomb, craft beer. So cans, man, that first drop, that was the trick. So the can is the star of the show. The pour is the star of the show. And the glass is the star of the show. There you go. It's all about the craft beer. The whole process, the brew, the recipe, the brewery is the star of the show. The cool people down there at Karbach who give you a tour. You go down there, they give you a tour, you got live bands hanging out. Malt liquor doesn't do that, right? So, checking this out, it's kind of got a foggy appearance to it. You know, that's typical with your high IBU beers. Nice head. got a very tropical, almost like if you were getting into some sort of like tropical soda, like what was that shit called? Squirt or whatever? Mountain Dew? I don't know. Like one of those wacky off-brand sodas. You pop them open, it's got that tropical fruit aroma to it. That's what we got here. Bet you thought I was going to slam it, didn't you? I'm not going to slam all my beer reviews because this 4-pack was like 12 bucks, right? So I'm going to enjoy them and spend some time enjoying the flavor and getting the review done properly. Anyone can just slam a beer. If I'm going to do that, I'll go get something I'm familiar with, a session or something like that. But this is a new one. I wanted to experience it properly. Make sure you have your sunglasses on, and if you can, if they match your beer, that's even better. No, I'm just kidding. That's not part of the blueprint, but the sunglasses are. You gotta see the world through filtered lenses, as we will dive into later as I close this video with more THX Inc. Boom Shaka Lager philosophy and knowledge impartment onto the world of waking up, so to speak. Wake you fuckers up! So, listen to the Metal Madman radio show. As usual on Wednesday night, where I usually drink my craft beers. So on Wednesday, particularly, I've been trying to reduce my craft beer intake a little bit due to the economy in this household at the moment. But other than that, still got to support local economy. Like I say, drink local, drink craft, whenever you can. Anyway, so we'll close this video out. Overall, this is a good beer. I'm going to give it a THX Inc. Boom Shaka Lager rating from 1 to 11. Much like a Spinal Tap did, whatever. You got to crank it up to 11 every now and then for that most excellent experience. So we're going to use a scale of 1 to 11. We're going to give this a solid 8 3/4. Almost a 9. 2 points shy of perfect. It's got a session beer potential. Even though it's got the 9% alcohol, it's really not that, it doesn't like overwhelm you with like alcohol sort of aroma. It tastes very much like a session beer, but stronger. And it's very hoppy again. It's got 4 types of hops in it, 2 types of malts. It's not marketed as a balanced IPA. I know there's been some talk about balanced IPAs, but the malt is there to aid in the fermentation process, from what I understand. These particular, I think it's 2-row and something else as far as the hops are concerned that's in this. But very good, and it's only available on a limited basis. It came out in June. It's probably only going to be available for the rest of the summer until they get into their fall stuff. So, with that being said, we'll close this out. Dear humanity, your woeful existence has brought upon your incessant need to feel like the victim instead of the inspiration, or the genius, or the spiritual leader, or maybe the muse. There's such a societal yearning to be a victim, to run to victimhood, to cloak yourself in offense. Why is a position of weakness instead of strength? Why is it such a trend to be offended? This is a sign of weakness, not strength. Why have we forgot? Family, friends, the pursuit of knowledge, forgiveness, patience, humility, and the value of peace among all people. There's no race to the funeral here, my friends. And if you're trying to win it, the winner's circle you so blindly chase is really not full of win at all. So until next video, drink local, drink craft, and suck it, bitches!